Loads of quality trees, loads of great visitors, chats, and on top of that, Corin is going to give more incredible advice when today I take a visit to Greenwood's Autumn Open Day, where we're going to see trees that look 100% better than that. And we also get to find out whether I do actually indeed purchase that stunning Corkbark Elm that you've seen so often. But to know the answer, and to see those great tips and advice, and to see such fun interviews, well, you're just going to have to keep watching. But I'm sure that's not going to be too difficult. It's Xavier, and guess what? I'm not in my bonsai retreat. I'm right now at Greenwood's. He's got the weekend on where he's showing loads of his special trees. There's actually a load of people around me. I've got Paul with me here.
Hi Paul, what's doing?
Paul, whereabouts are you from?
I'm from West Midlands, Warsaw.
And you were saying to me you've been doing bonsai for, what, about a year?
About 12 months now, yeah. It's a learning curve.
My learning curve's been 22 years and I've got a tip full of dead trees that turn around and scream at me about my learning curve.
But as I said, started off with mainly garden centre stuff. Been trying my hand at growing a few seeds in my little tiny greenhouse that I've got. There's some great stuff on YouTube and the internet, but it's a bit of a minefield.
I'm glad you put that out actually, because I'm on YouTube and I'm definitely a minefield. But there is so much information that I think the biggest hint I ever give, and I don't know if you agree, is understand your own back garden, your microclimate.
Absolutely.
So go on, I'm going to interrupt you. What is your best tree that you've got in your collection right now?
Japanese white beech.
Yeah.
Never seen one before. The leaves, I've never seen anything like it, like a burnt orange and with green faded to yellow down to the burnt orange and then brown on the outside.
What do you think of today, the event here?
Amazing, probably.
Worth the journey?
Oh. It's mind-blowing.
Anyway, absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Xavier.
And thanks for talking to me, and good luck with the trees and the seedlings as well. Say hello, Darren.
Howdy, how are you?
Whereabouts? What's your big famous channel?
It's not big and it's not famous, but it is MeadowViewBonsai.
But if it's not big and famous, it's certainly clever though, isn't it? But we're trying to find out whether my tree that I was looking at has gone yet.
I've also got one of them as well. You very rarely see them.
What? A bonsai?
Bonsai, Sangoku Japanese maple. It's the coral bark one. Remember I showed you in your desert island one?
Ah, right, yeah. It's that lovely colouring, isn't it? Awesome. I was looking at this Scots Pine, and got a lot of moss. That the soil, there could be a bit of rotting there. But what do you think of this, the potential tree?
It's a nice investment if you can get it. And what are you going to say? You're going to create a marmite out of it?
Create a marmite, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I saw this.
You got this lovely stuff down the bottom you can bring on.
And you get some free wire as well.
Yeah, and some rubber tubing.
Yeah, I saw this with yellow when I was here. I love all this. It's just the trouble with pine, isn't it? Because you can't just cut it all back, and it's going to like. So everything has to be grown from where it existingly is, and then it gets healthy.
They bud back quite easy.
If they get really healthy, don't they? Then you'll start getting that.
I didn't even bring the roof out.
I only came with him because he was going to bring. I thought he was going to bring his big van, so I could get this thing back. But he stuffed me a right kipper. He has.
We got here in comfort, though, didn't we?
Yeah, we did get there in comfort, and some nice music as well. I'll have to think about that. But you know what I have discovered? I came back to see if that Corkbark Elm was here, and alas, that's what happens when you don't buy things when you really want them, because this clearance bench or bargain bench has been cleared out.
Have another look.
Can you believe it? I thought it had gone. Yella last spoke about this when we visited together a good few weeks ago, and he told me all the sort of things I could do with this tree. Well, those of you who know me best on my channel know that what I'm most likely to do with it is kill it. But see, I've got everyone agreeing with me. But seriously, he talked about chopping branches here and here, and then following that main trunk line. And absolutely, Yella did a fantastic video about this. In fact, the link's up there. You need to have a look if you haven't already seen it. Mainly because I'm in it. I think, for the sake of the channel, this might be a good investment. Minimum, I think I'll do. I might air layer some of these next year. Only problem, how much? You let me know in the comments how much you think I'm going to get charged for this. Is it Richard?
It is, yeah.
Hi, Xavier.
Xavier.
You're not buying this, are you? Because if you are, you and I are going to have some words. What do you think of this?
I think it's got a lot of potential. It needs a bit of work, obviously.
I'm going to put you on the spot. I said to you I wouldn't put you on the spot. What would you do?
I'll take that away. I think that's distracting.
Yeah.
Take that because that's an eye poker.
Yeah.
And just lean it across.
Okay, so basic, a bit like Yellow pointed out in his video. Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Yeah.
You'd keep that and maybe change the angle, or would you consider getting rid of that?
Maybe it's a bit thick for that branch, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a difficult one. I'd either get rid of one of those, maybe keep that and try and twist it round, but it's still too forward. If that's going to be your front, which it does look like it's going to be.
Well, there you go. So have you got any trees?
Yeah, I've got about. It's slowly building. I've only been at it about 10 years.
That's pretty good going.
Some of Corin's, they make mine look like twigs.
What's your most favourite tree in your collection?
I'd have to say my golden larch. I love that tree, and it's my oldest tree. I've had it since I started. It's the first one. Well, I got a Chinese elm, as everybody does when they first.
We like Chinese elm, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. Great trees, really hardy. But now the golden larch, especially when it gets to sort of autumn and it's just before it does the leaf drop.
Have you seen some of the trees that are on display here?
Yeah.
Because he's got his private collection out or something, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. He's got a stunning maple. Right.
I haven't been in there
the
yet.
The root flower on it is just
out
of this world. Out of this world.
Are you buying anything today?
Spire. Certainly not one of those. I'll take a free mortgage, I think.
Can't believe there's someone taller than you out there as well.
I'm feeling dwarfed. Anyway, thanks ever so much for chatting. I shouldn't say this. I actually had to pay him 130 quid for that time. He's actually an A-lister. Would you believe that? Nottinghamshire has some A-listers trying to be on YouTube channels. I negotiated him down from $2.50 an hour, so I think that's a pretty good deal for everyone. What do you think? So Corin, you told me that you really love this tree and there's practically nothing you'd like to do to it. Is that right, or have I heard you wrong?
Yeah, you heard me wrong. I'm growing to love this tree. I've got a thing about blue cedars. I did a bonsai demonstration at a garden club a few years ago, and a lady said, "Oh, I've got a bonsai tree, it's in my garden, I've had it 40 years. And she showed me a photograph of this on her iPad, and it was like just in a big patio tub at the side of the house. And I said, "Oh, if you ever get bored of it, then let me know." And a year later she phoned me and said she'd be willing to sell it to me. And this filled the back of my transit van when I bought it. This bit here was about another 3 foot long, and this section here was about 3 foot long. It went from the back doors of my van right to the front. So I've done initial styling on it last year. We've got it potted. It's got quite a nice base, craggy bark is starting to split. Still more work to do, it's a work in progress. This static bit here still annoys me, that it's straight with no taper. But I need to grow this section, I need to carve this top still, grow this section here on the right out to get more balance. It's the first time this has been on display. This weekend was supposed to be an autumn exhibition, but all the leaves fell off my maples too early.
Oh dear. Hard cheese, old man.
At the moment, the other side of it actually looks fuller, so to the uninitiated, the other side looks better, but structurally it's not as good. Another few years as it starts to develop more. They can be fussy about being repotted, so I'm glad we got it potted now, and it should be nice and easy to look after for the next few years, and we'll see it develop. It's on display here at the nursery, so if you're a visitor, you can come and have a look at it in real time.
Hi, it's Sylvia, isn't it?
It is, my dear. Hello, delighted to meet you.
Thank you. I'm going to say this straight away. I remember your comments in the very, very early days of my videos, so how on earth you've stuck through it, I do not know. But
it's been a delight.
While we were chatting, you mentioned that you've actually, well, you say you consider yourself a newbie to it, but you've done a class here, or?
I did Corin's Beginner's Day.
Right.
Where you pay your money and show up for the day. He makes it sound so easy, and he's very approachable and very amenable and sort of jokey.
So what did you come away with?
Chinese elm.
Yeah.
That I'd potted, taken it out and I'd pruned it and potted it.
Yeah.
And I also came away with a blue foliage conifer, which I keep meaning to ask him what the name is.
For you, was it a positive experience?
It was, yes. Just go.
So there you go. Greenwood's Corin, absolutely brilliant for beginners classes. I'm sure the rest of his classes are great. But Sylvia says it's a big win-win. So if you're all nervous,
Just go.
just go.
Just shop and go. It's fun.
Brilliant. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, darling. Thank
Cheers.
you.
Are you wearing lipstick?
There's definitely a bad luck vibe about me. Every time I come here, it rains. That's me. Definitely. There's so incredible trees, aren't there?
Yeah.
I mean, because I love larch, something like this, just...
Yeah, we've got a few larch.
Have you?
Yeah.
How many trees have you got?
45.
45. And what's your favourite then?
Personally, Scots Pine.
I just love the colour change with the larch, and they are so forgiving. Hiya. I don't know if you know who I am.
I'm not sure actually.
Say that again.
Sure actually.
Xavier, I've got a small bonsai channel, but you're...
I'm Jo.
But I heard you talking about the fact that you've done beginner classes, or...
Yes. Yeah, we did the introduction to bonsai probably about 18 months ago was the first one we did. And then we've done a couple of his workshops where you actually bring your own trees. So it's nice to actually get an expert looking at it, give you advice, pointers. Whereas we sort of like see it at the moment, where it is at that time. But Corin will actually say you need to take this off because it will look better in the future. So it's really good to actually have that insight into everything.
I mean, it's funny, I'm coming around here, there's loads of people about, and the biggest problem I found I've had when I was doing bonsai is exactly what you've just been saying. You get this tree and everyone says, oh, it's going to make a fantastic bonsai. And you're like, in your head, you're going, is it?
Yes.
And then you go outside and you get your cutters, everything ready, and your wire, and you sit down, the sun's beaming, you've got your coffee, you think, right, I'm going to do this.
And then
you go, I just cut that, and someone said, oh, cut that branch, and you're like, so do you think Corin has sort of helped you feel a bit more positive about taking steps?
We do call him Edward Scissorhands every now and then because he'll just go in at it like a bull in a china shop.
So you would definitely recommend that if anyone's nervous or that they should take these?
Yes.
At least one.
At least one. Yeah.
Can I ask you one more question, because you've been wonderful?
Yeah.
What do you think of this larch?
Absolutely adore it.
Isn't it incredible in the
pot? It's absolutely amazing. The tree itself, the way that this is my husband's favourite, and somebody's already reserved that. So, but this is absolutely gorgeous.
I've got about 60 or 70 larches in my nursery garden, and it's amazing. I've just done a video for Autumn Colours, the difference, and it's always nice. But look, thank you so much for that,
welcome,
and hopefully that's going to encourage other people to say, yeah, do you know what, I may be nervous, but let's take a class. Do you want to come on the camera and say hello?
Okay. Andy from Coventry.
That's Andy from Coventry over there. I'm going to put a picture or a meme to show what I think Andy of Coventry looks like. He may not appreciate that. Anyway.
Here we go. There we go.
There you go.
I'll photo bomb it.
That's Andy. Yeah. Anyway, thanks very much.
You're very welcome.
Cheers.
Aren't they beautiful? Look at that one. It's the shape, isn't it? Yeah. Unbelievable. The patience. That one looks fabulous with all the leaves that have dropped.
Do you mind me asking, have you got any bonsai yourself?
No.
So why have you actually come out here?
We live 5 minutes away.
Oh wow.
And we've been up here for 10 years.
Right.
And we had never been until this time last year. And I still don't own any bonsai, but we suddenly dawned on me that I had another friend that might like one for Christmas, so we came and bought one, and my mind was blown as we walked through the door. And I just thought, we've never been in the autumn,
Yeah.
so we thought something to do.
We were in Canberra, and they've got, in Australia, they've got a new arboretum.
Yeah.
And they've got a bonsai collection there, and I was just blown away by it. They've got a huge new arboretum with trees from all the different parts of the world, and then they've got a big bonsai. And,
well, I'll let you enjoy your trees.
Yeah. Oh, well, so we've
I
just...
want a picture of.
Have you seen the one at the entry?
Oh, wow.
If I was to ask you which are the standout trees that you've seen so far in here?
Yeah, it's got to be that one. That's the first one.
Oh, the big maple.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what is it about the maple that really
The
draws? Colours, absolutely fantastic, aren't they?
It's the colours, but it's the shape
as well.
and the bark,
Yeah.
the thickness of the bark.
Yeah.
And that one again, it's the shape.
Is that the yew you're looking at, or?
Yeah, the M1, yeah.
Yeah. Have you got some trees yourself?
Yeah.
What's
12.
12. What's the pride of your collection?
That
I know which one I like of yours.
It's an elm. It's 55. Yeah, it's 55 years old.
Oh, it's a good hobby.
It's an expensive hobby, but it tends to take a bit of a grip of you as well, as you well know.
Yeah, I think my wife died in just before lockdown, and my collection doubled in the space of a year.
Yeah.
So, what's your favourite tree? I mean, I'm keep looking at that one in the corner actually.
I like that one in the corner.
I'm just going to take a picture.
Yeah, I'm going to take the ones in the corner.
And is that Shishigara maple there? So, what's your favourite type of species in your collection then?
I think it's my Chinese elm. And then what I bought from here, I bought another one in a big Yucca stone. So it's got 3 trees in. So it's got a larch in, the pine, and something really else. I don't know what it is. But I bought it from here.
I think sometimes you actually have to come to these demonstrations or these displays to truly understand and appreciate the size and magnificence of something like this. It's a lovely, lovely maple in the autumn colours, but we've still got some of the greens as well. There's some incredible trees that Corin's got on display here, and loads and loads of people actually here enjoying Greenwood's nursery. And I keep saying it, if you haven't made the effort to come here, you really need to. There is some quality trees, really, really competitive prices, and Corin's always there, or Josh or Paul, to help you out and give you some great advice. Wow! Darren, I think I found the tree I want to buy, just so no one else.
Too late, I bought it already.
You've bought it? Sorry, you're Paul.
Yes,
is it Paul?
Yes.
Hello, Xavier. Why would you want to buy an azalea then?
I like the flowers. I've seen there's a lot of buds on here.
Yeah. I don't know if you're aware, I've got a channel, I have azaleas, none of mine have buds on. That must be something I'm doing wrong.
I'm seeing that the colours are quite green and the leaves are quite green and it seems to be quite a healthy tree.
Absolutely incredible. So how long have you been doing bonsai for? Why do you do it?
Why? Well, originally because we like gardening, and then I think I was watching some YouTube channels and then came across them and thought, hey, this seems to be quite interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be in your collection. I can imagine in about 10 years' time there's going to be a lot of nice trees.
For me, is that I tried to grow something really small, something like this. It's going to take a decade or something like that.
And the rest.
You know, I just don't have that time to start from seedling or whatever to get to something like this.
Darren, what would be your biggest bit of advice for someone who's new to something like this? Because this is a big...
Is this your first azalea?
Come around so we can all say hello again.
You've got some leggy growth in that. You can trim that straight back and that'll throw fresh stuff out straight away.
You can see with those, you know that you can cut those branches back quite hard and it will send out loads of new buds and give you the branches you want. £35, that's incredible. No, I wish you all the luck with that. So who's bought the Japanese maple then? Who's that for?
This is for my wife.
Your wife? Have we met your wife yet?
Not yet.
Hi.
Hello. Are you the star behind the bonsai?
Yeah, we're just new starter. Yeah. So get the nursery to try to do the wire. Yeah. Just have a try.
See what we can do with it.
So have you been to Greenwoods before then? You mentioned you've bought one already.
Yeah. Well, we live close by,
right?
So we come in quite often.
Okay, I was going to say. So what do you think of Greenwoods as a bonsai nursery?
It's really good.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Really happy with the trees and.
I mean the quality and just the variety of stuff they have is amazing.
I think the one thing I am going to say is that anyone who's doing a bonsai journey recognises that to get to the point of this takes a lot of work and a lot of time, and also probably it means you need to be looking for the right sort of material to begin with. Trees like this don't happen overnight, and one day maybe I might even have a tree that's looking like this. Hi again, Corin.
Right.
Again, thanks very much. You're always so great. You know that I've been wandering around, I've been chatting to loads of people, and they're all really, really buzzed about the beginner classes that you do, and it's something I've been thinking about.
Right.
So if you were talking to someone like me, which you are, isn't that funny? He is actually talking to me. And even though I've been doing bonsai for a while, do you think there's an advantage in me doing a class?
The introductory classes we do, they assume little or no knowledge.
Oh, that's perfect for you.
So we get people that have just they've just been bought a bonsai class because a friend or relative for Christmas thinks that's the sort of thing Jeff would be interested in.
Who's Jeff?
So they book him on the class. But we've also had people that we do bonsai 10 or 15 years that come on that class because you won't go away from that class not learning something. You will get some snippets of information that you weren't aware of before. You will potentially get some maybe bad techniques you've picked up. You might get...
You've been watching my videos
now. But you'll get those sort of rectified, yeah. I'm in our course at the moment, it's an all-day course. You know, cost-wise it's £130. You get £80 worth of trees to take home with you. You get two trees, 2 pots. It's all inclusive. People are doing wiring in the afternoon, they haven't done wiring before. Even now with YouTube stuff, you know, we're all aware that people watch YouTube stuff, but it's still not as good as having an instructor sat next to you, showing you like this, how to wipe this branch, you're this far away, I'm this far away. Yeah. We're here in the exhibition that we're putting on at the moment, as this is in our purpose-built teaching studio, so we've got really good lighting in here so you can see what you're doing. We've got a log burner going today because it's a little bit chilly, and it's just a nice learning atmosphere and comfortable. You know?
I mean, thinking about it, because I am serious about it, I would like to actually do a class, finally. When you actually look at what you get for that value, you're really only paying, what, £40 for your...
You're paying like 40 to 50
which
quid
is nothing, is
for the heat, the electric, the venue.
But we're only paying £30 for you by the sound of it, £25.
I could get about a fiver from it, I do.
Get coffee.
You get coffee. You have to bring your own biscuits. I'm not that generous.
Hi, I'm Xavier. I don't know if you've seen my channel or anything.
I have, I've seen them all, yeah. I love your videos. Very nice to meet you.
Paul, sorry, your name?
Tony.
Tony.
Yeah.
There's another good bonsai man named Tony. Did you ever watch Tony's Bonsai?
That is me. No, yeah, I've seen him, yeah.
So you know all about his extreme bending and everything like that?
Yes, yeah.
I understand you volunteer here.
Yes, I do, mate, yeah. I retired at Christmas and it gets me out the missus.
So how do you find working here then as a volunteer?
Oh, it's great, love it, yeah, because I love the bonsais, and it's great to be around them, yeah.
Does Corin, Paul and Josh bully you much?
No, if they did I'd bully them back.
Would you? Give it a batch
of course you would. They're great, honestly, they are.
And the coffee here is pretty good?
Yes.
And there is a byproduct, isn't there? Because we are surrounded by some incredible trees, aren't we?
Aren't we just? Yeah.
Absolutely. It's spoiled to be able to work here.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's a pleasure to be around them and you know, just tidying them and just doing a little bit on them. It's great. Yeah, I love it.
I'm guessing you've probably got a couple of trees.
I have, yeah.
So what's the pride of your collection?
I love the white pines. Yeah, I love white pines.
What do you think's the biggest issue you've found, though, trying to understand or learn to work with white pine?
From knowledge and history, what I've been talking to Corin and some guys walking around, I mean, especially Dave Bailey's a pine man. The white pines only have one flush and you've got to get it right, apparently. But you need the candle clipping and, you know, if you get that, if you can master that, you can get your needles nice and short.
I've heard rumour that if you wait until the husk falls away from the needles, that's the time to do the work on it. Appreciate very much you take the time to expose yourself on camera, if I can say that.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Well, there's no doubt about it. The old adage, snooze you lose, definitely comes true at Greenwood's. It's only been a few weeks since I was last here, and already those black pines that Yellow was talking about in his video, I was going to buy one of those and show you how it can look a year later. Yep, we've still got the Chinese elm, but well, you'll know I've got quite a lot of Chinese elms, so no, I won't be getting that. But truthfully, I'm a little bit disappointed that I couldn't get one of those black pines. So the lesson from that, if something grabs your eye, better grab your wallet because it'll go otherwise. Because I know that Corkbark Elm, even though it's got a reserved label on it, has attracted a lot of attention. Guess who's with me? It's Josh. Say hi, Josh.
Hi guys, you alright?
First thing we do is put him right on the spot and say, Josh, what's it like working here for Corin?
Marvellous. Yeah, it is, it's lovely. You get to see all the trees all the time, you know, so I don't have to take as many home, I can come and enjoy them here.
And do you get involved in any of the class work or anything like that?
Yeah, the open workshops, I'm there helping people wiring and styling and stuff, so it's quite a good time.
Because to be fair, I've never done a workshop.
It shows.
I think sometimes there's that thing you think I've been doing bonsai for however many long, I don't need a workshop, but I'm more and more starting to think that the workshops
might actually. It's good to get a second pair of eyes on material. You know, you might be struggling with something for years, and then somebody looks at it from a different front or a different angle, and you can just, you know, take the tree to another level, you know, quite quickly.
So put you right on the spot then. Style on that. I've picked up this Corkbark Elm. What would you do with it?
I'd definitely try and take advantage of the movement.
Yeah.
You know, maybe lean it up, cut it further back to this sort of level.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there. That's all good. Yeah, and then try and get it to pop out a bit more. I'm going to get the phone.
He's speaking to his agent to find out he needs to charge me for interviewing on the camera. I understand they're not cheap to get interviews here, so I'm guessing 150. So can we have a crowd GoFundMe for interviewing Josh? And Paul doesn't even do interviews.
Oh dear.
So thanks for that.
All right. Thank you very much. Take care.
Big thank you, Darren, who has basically hosted me for the best part of 6 hours, and now his daughter's going to be well manky because he was supposed to be somewhere else an hour ago.
But fun though, weren't
safe journey, and thanks very much. And
we got the right day.
Yeah, we got the right day, because I was worried you were going to knock on the door yesterday. You wouldn't have done that to me.
No.
Well, I've just waved Darren off, and I've got to say a massive thank you to him. Best part 5-6 hours with me, and I know he had plans in the afternoon. And apart from Darren, I've got to give a big shout out to all you wonderful people who took the time to come and talk to me, indeed to be interviewed by me and put up with some of my stupid questions. I had an absolute ball, and I hope you did too. But in particular, I'm going to shout out for Paul, for Richard, for Sylvia, for Joe. And do make sure you have a little look on our website. I've got no idea what the business is about, but it's bound to be something good for you, I'm sure. We had Tony, who works as a volunteer there. He was ever so accommodating. And of course to Paul, who has shown that just 6 months experience should not bar you from jumping in with both feet. It's going to have loads of flowers on it, Paul, so I look forward to seeing pictures of that next year. Make sure you send them to me. And of course a big shout out to his wife, who's got that lovely little Japanese maple. That'll be wired out, and I bet that'll look good too, so make sure I see a picture of that as well on the channel. What about that? Well, I know you've been waiting to find out. Hopefully you've got something in the comments. How much did I pay for it? Well, I'm going to tell you in just one more minute, but I am going to do a little unpaid ad. All through that visit, you know, we talked about introductory courses, beginner classes, workshops, and I kept saying never ever really thought about it. Well, do you know what? By the end of that day, I decided that I indeed will do a workshop, and I'll probably take one of my junipers. All I really need from you is a big thumbs up or thumbs down. What's that? Thumbs across. Do you want to see that? Is that some sort of content you like? Would you like a behind the scenes? Because I know Corin has already done a video about it, but perhaps seeing it from my perspective might give it a bit of sparkle and a bit of Xavier magic. So, what did that cost me? £150. And again, like all things, you've got to see it up close to appreciate it. This is going to feature, we're going to have some videos about air layering in 2025. We're going to have videos about cuttings, because a lot of these are going to become cuttings. How will they work out? In fact, here we go again. The police completely disagree with me. They want me off the air right now. I'll say thank you, because it's down to you that I was able to afford to buy this. You know I don't work, so a lot of the funds for bonsai do actually come from the YouTube and yourself. So if you think a video showing me doing a workshop at Greenwood's would suit you, get it down in the comments. Otherwise, I've got an absolutely fantastic video all about what you can get from Chinese elm if you're patient and have some fingers. That's all you need really. Oh, and a bit of soil. There's the video. Make sure you have a look at it. Loads of people have enjoyed it so far, but maybe you haven't seen it yet. Apart from that, happy bonsaiing. God bless. Cheers.